Well, I've absolutely no idea if anybody could hear the intro because I couldn't hear it anyway. So I said, "Screw it! I'm just going to pop on." And look where Paddy is. Paddy's just he's only over in the stadium, so we'll probably be able to hear everything from the PA behind him. Paddy, what's it like over there? It looks like a lovely sunny day.
Well, it is a lovely sunny day. It's absolutely fabulous. I hope it stays that way because the wind comes in at a bit of an angle. I might get pissed on here, but it's a it's a fantastic day, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. What's the morning been like so far, Paddy? What's it? Are there many people there yet? What was it like getting to the stadium itself? Brand new
Um,
stadium, like.
well, the staff around it are absolutely useless. They couldn't tell you where anything was, and I queued up for 20 minutes to collect my tickets. I haven't told them I was collecting away tickets, and then they told me I needed to go around the other side and collect away tickets. So they queue up again at the other side. So anyway,
Well,
I'm in. I'm in.
you're
I've had
in.
a point. I've had a point to fill from the bottom up, which was
Yeah.
kind of fun to watch. And
Magic magic points for £6.
I, 589, funny enough, whatever they get that figure from.
589. Yeah, we'll just do 590 so you don't have to give me back a penny, please. Or they're just it's probably all contactless over there anyway.
Cashless, yeah, completely cashless, yeah.
What's the crack, Paddy? So what's the stadium like? Obviously being one of these new type stadiums. Give us a look at it. Jesus, it looks pretty impressive from there now. I was supposed to go over to see an NFL game there this year, but I knocked that in the head. But Jesus, it looks impressive there.
But it is, it's quite amazing the size of it. I couldn't get over it when I came in the doors. I've seen it from the outside in the past, but my God, it's an amazing futuristic stadium. It's probably one of the best I've ever been in with regards to facilities and everything else. But it remains to be seen. I know Spurs don't generate generally a good atmosphere, but we'll find out today what our guys will generate because I'm really looking forward to that part because I think it's 571 days since I've seen still alive. So I'm really looking forward to this today.
But who's counting, Paddy? Who's counting? Uh,
I am.
you are exactly. Is there a big Villa? Was there a big flock of Villa fans out there? I know I've seen online. I've seen Luke from the Up the Villa podcast is there, and Dan Bardell is on his way down there as well. I'm sure Dolan will be making the skip over. He's based in and around London. Are there many Villa fans around there? Have you seen any of the luminaries around the forecourts and the concourses?
It's pretty quiet here, but I gave a little nod on the way in there because Luke Robinson was at the bottom of the stairs there on the way in, so I gave him a nod.
Excellent.
But I was more conscious of finishing my point and getting up here to talk to you, so I might go back down and say hello when I'm done.
Exactly, yeah. And you never know, you might be parked alongside some of them. Like, parked alongside some of them anyway. But I suppose main job for you today is to sing your heart out and try and suck the ball into the goal there when Villa are scoring into it if they need your help at all. Paddy, I know we spoke about it. Well, actually, we didn't because we didn't do any of the preview. You weren't in the preview, but I had the preview show with Matt Hayes from the Matt Hayes Tottenham blog, and he literally, I actually felt like I might have had to send him a bouquet of flowers or something like that to cheer him up. He wasn't very happy about the way Spurs were going at the moment. I don't know if you've bumped into any Spurs fans out in and around the ground, if you've got talking to people, if people saw your colours and sparked up conversation or anything. But is there any kind of feeling there, or is it just too early to know yet?
Well, I suppose the main conversation there was a guy who wanted me to go on and do a review for his podcast, the Spurs podcast, and his parting shot to me was, "I hope you win because we need to get rid of Nuno." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I didn't realise it was that bad."
Yeah.
That you'd actually wish defeat. But anyway,
What's it with London teams getting rid of their managers after seven matches? Watford sacked Zisco Munoz today as well. Which is considering how good they were against us in the opening day to just literally turn tack and go. Like, who's going to want that poison chalice in Watford? But anyway, that's for a completely different podcast. Jeez, the sun looks massive behind you there, Paddy. It actually looks like it's a.
I'm going to go home with a farmer's tan. I'm going to come home with a farmer's tan, I'd say.
Paddy, what do you think the team is going to be? Because, as I say, we didn't have you for the preview show. What do you think the team is going to be today? And it should be announced in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, a couple of minutes away or whatever it is. I reckon the only debatable one will be whether they pick Axel Tuanzebe or Courtney House. And as I said to you after the last game, I think he will revert back to Axel Tuanzebe, but he could surprise us and stick with the winning team. And we know that that's what he usually does, but we will find out soon enough. But I think that will be the only change.
What's on the PA system there behind you? Can't quite
I
make
don't
out the
know.
music.
Some old pop music there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, wouldn't be
Steve,
wouldn't be your vintage.
yeah. The team came out in front of us there while I was having my point, and Stephen was in here, and he noticed that there was no sign of Aaron Ramsey. Now I'm hoping that he just came on that a bit late, but also Leon Bailey was the other notable absentee, but he knew that anyway. So I don't know what way we're going to line up, but it looks like that's going to be the only difference. The two
Well,
and Davey and Courtney.
Aaron Ramsey played. Was it Aaron Ramsey you said, or was it Jacob Ramsey?
Sorry,
Aaron,
Jacob Ramsey. I did say Aaron. I
Okay.
did say Aaron, but I meant Jacob.
Jacob Ramsey would be huge loss. Would be a huge talking point, I think. Aaron Ramsey, I wouldn't have expected him to travel due to the fact that he played in the week, only Friday night or Thursday night. But that would be big. Would be big if that was the case. Let's take a look at some of the comments there before the team is announced. Let me just share up some of the comments there to say. Shane Coleman says hi. Alfie says afternoon all. Kavanagh, he says 3 points on the agenda today. I bloody hope so. And I hope to get all the drunk texts from Paddy if we do get 3 points after the game today. Blog the villain, sorry. This man, a woman or child says 10%, 100% same starting 11 as last week. Archer, Chucky, and Axel on the bench need to hit them early with high press, hitting their face, in their faces, let them know they're in a game against the farm team. And I 100% agree with that. And I think we probably will see. Carney didn't play for the 23s later on in the week. Neither did Archer. And I think I definitely think we see them. Don't think we see Philogene Bides, considering he played 2 games during the week for the 23s. Exactly. I don't think we see him there as well. Connor Hennessy, our man in Brazil, says good morning. Looking for another good performance. Aren't we all? Sean says, how's the start today over Tuanzebe for me? He's done the job every time he plays, and he's our player, not a lone player. I agree, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. Look, we've riches in defence, and both of them will do a fantastic job for us. I'm sure of it. Jacob says the 4 of us Villa fans are tuning in from Weatherspoons in Gloucester after a wedding. Come on, the Villa boys. I'd give my left hand to be inside in the Weatherspoons with 4 Villa fans now supping pints watching this. Actually, I'd give my left hand to be sitting alongside Paddy inside in the stadium more so. But that's nothing against you, Jacob, and your brand of merry men, I'm sure. What else have we here? So Chris has popped a 5 on Watkins to score a hat-trick today. Stuart, thank you so much, Stuart, from the New Zealand massive down there, the New Zealand Villa fans. If we press like we did against Man United, I can see us winning 2-0. Can I get a shout out for the New Zealand Lions? Absolutely, you can. You can always get a shout out. You guys are doing great stuff down there, getting up at crazy o'clock in the morning, or not going to bed until crazy o'clock in the morning to watch your beloved Villa, which is super. Alfie, thank you so much. That's Paddy's beer paid for. His bottom filling beer paid for. Thanks so much, my friend. Courtney deserves to keep his place being solid last couple of performances. Absolutely. He's ran with the Wolves and ran with, when I say that, I mean like he's ran with Lukaku and with Ronaldo, who are two of the form strikers in Europe over the last 12 months. So absolutely, why not? Broken says, Paddy at the game, fabulous. I fancy us today. Ollie is due. And I think that's a kind of an underlining kind of current that people are there's an expectancy that Ollie Watkins is going to flash into form again today, Paddy. Do you think that this might be the game for him?
Well, he's supposedly an Arsenal fan, isn't he? So he'll be up for today for sure. So yeah, why not Ollie for the first goal?
Absolutely. I will take that as well. Thank you so much, Broken. Really, really super stick. Thank you so much for that. Really, really appreciate it. And for Fred Red as well.
Teams are
Craig
in,
said, I
Neil.
bought the super chat up. My $20 bet pays off 3-1 Villa. Kanza, Ings, Watkins, Target Lazy, and let's Harry Kane bury one at the end. I don't care if Harry Kane buries one at the end, as long as we win, as long as we score the 3 as well.
Exactly.
That would be fantastic. Spencer Bakewell says 2-1 to the Villa. Watkins and Kanza to both finally score. As well, we have where are we going to? Let's go Villa. Good evening from Vietnam. Fantastic stuff. And Jesus,
Brilliant.
guys, this is unbelievable stuff here. I'm trying to find a comment here that I saw a moment ago. Sam, thank you so much. Morning from Sydney, Australia. As I say, you got everybody that follows Villa down the southern hemisphere deserves an absolute night out or an award or something for that, because it's huge stuff for you guys getting up for it. I think we'll probably have team news here, guys. I'll come back to the comments in a moment.
I think things are ramping up here. You might hear in the background it's got very noisy, so I'll do my best to hang in there.
So we are unchanged from the last game. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm sharing the wrong screen. Oh. Here we go. So let me pop up the screen here. Aston Villa. Just for posterity's sake, we have our lineup here. We have Jacob Ramsey. We have Jacob Ramsey is the poster boy for today. Martinez, Konza, House, Mings, Cash, McGinn. Jacob Ramsey, Target, Ings, and Watkins. Just looking at the bench, no real changes on the bench. Tuanzebe comes in with dead steering goals. Ashley Young and Nakamba. Philogene Bides does make the bench. Philogene Bides makes the bench, and Carney doesn't. Carney doesn't make the bench, so we have that's a definite talking point. We have Ashley Young, Nakamba, Bundia, El Ghazi, Philogene Bides, Traore, and Archer. That is a bit of a talking point, and I wonder will that be something that would be addressed with regards to is there some sort of an injury or something for Carney Chukwuemeka? Maybe he picked up something slight in the 8-0 against Stoke. But that's an interesting one, I think, for me. Looking towards the Spurs team, let's see if there's anything there, and we'll come back and we'll chat about the Villa team in a moment, because as I say, it's pretty much chalk from last day. We didn't see too much more than we had previously. Spurs team is announced also. So let me stop sharing that screen. I'll bring up the other screen there. They're calling it out there behind you.
On my screen there, yeah.
So it's Lloris in goals, Emerson Royale, Romero and Dyer, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Skip and Dombele, Lucas, Son and Kane. And to be honest with you, Matt Hayes absolutely nailed it. He called that team, I think that's the team he said would play. And that's the team, 4-3-3. The Spurs fans don't get their wish of going back to 4-2-3-1, although you can probably, probably. I don't know. And Dombele really does make that a 4-3-3 for me. And that's Nuno's formation. So it's it's not what the Spurs fans wanted to see. But as I say, we worry about our own. And I think if we go out and we do a job today, then we get the result we want.
Exactly.
Talking about the team, Paddy, no surprises. There's no real tantrum to be had here, I suppose, really. But anything in it from you? Where do you see our danger coming from against that Spurs team today?
Well, I think we see danger and everything outside of that back three. I think if we can get at them down the wings and get the ball into the box, we'll do damage. I think Matty Cash will be his usual self. I think we're due a big game from Matty Target. I'd like to see him get more involved in the attacking play. But today, I just think about the strikers. I think today is the day we see Ollie Watkins break his duck for this season. He hasn't got one yet. Sure, he hasn't.
No, hasn't got one yet. Yeah. No.
So I think today is the day for Ollie Watkins. I'm going for a 2-0 Villa today. Maybe that's just the adrenaline of being here and hoping against hope. And I hope I don't end up with egg on my face. But 2-0 Villa. Ollie Watkins to score one, and maybe Ezri Konza to score again.
Yeah. Referee today is Kavanagh. What you call him? Is it? His name.
Chris Kavanagh.
Chris Kavanagh is referee today. Not the worst of them, I suppose.
No real opinion. Never done anything really bad on us in the past. That jumps out of me anyway.
Yeah. Let's go back to some of the comments here, Paddy. Joe Keating says Japanese Villa fans checking in. Come on, Villa, hoping for a big win today. Watkins or Ings goal, please, Paddy. Yeah, Paddy, it's your fault if Watkins or Ings doesn't score today. I've said that for years, that it's always your fault if they don't score. But Ings does have
first time for everything. We just got Emmy Martinez onto our live stream. Look.
Oh, look at that. There he is warming up in the background. Brilliant. Friend of the show, shithousery, Emmy Martinez. Actually, did anyone else see Emmy Martinez's social media post today about some of the shit he was getting in comments to him on Instagram about, stay humble, you only play for Villa, you don't play for United and all this crack. And he made a video of it, and then he basically, it was just like, come on, lads, today let's Villa win and whatever. It was actually a really good social media post. I liked it. I didn't do it justice there with the way I described it, but have a look at it. Kevin Grove says, have a great day, Paddy. 3-0 up to Villa. We absolutely love it. Dolan, afternoon, my friend. We were just wondering, are you making your way over to the Tottenham Stadium? You might get to see Sir Patrick there as well.
For a point, Dolan.
Exactly. Yeah. House in the start is in the starting 11. Yeah, as Sean says, quality stuff. More
look, he
people from
deserves it.
Sydney.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. I'm delighted that House is there because he had such a good game at the weekend, so he deserves it. Fair play to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, as I say, it's literally, it doesn't weaken the team in any way, shape, or form. Whoever we play in the centre there, everyone I think in that back three is going to be on notice, and they're only going to be as good as their last game, which is the way that you should have it. That means that everybody has to play well, and if he doesn't play well and he gets taken off, we've got Tuanzebe to come on, and like vice versa. So it's really it's a good position to be in. Lee McKenzie says 3 points today. Absolutely, we'd absolutely love it. Alfie's Reef says Ramsey and he played Friday night. Surprised. That was Aaron Ramsey who played Friday night. Jacob Ramsey's brother, who's a serious player as well. And again says Ings, Ramsey and Watkins for 3-0 Villa. 3-0 seems to be, people think we're going to go on a goal drop today with 3 goals. I'd absolutely love it. I'd love it if we did.
I think if Jacob Ramsey scored, he might do a pitch invasion here. I'll be that happy.
Yeah. Pitch invasion. Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, remember that mad priest, that mad Irish priest who ran out in front of the F1 cars and everything. What was his name?
Would you believe we were talking about him last night? Because
really,
we were here St. Patrick's Day a couple of years ago, and he was jogging along behind the parade, the lunatic. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Horan.
Father Horan, yeah, or something like that. He was mad as a box of frogs. Richard makes a good point here. Dyer has to be targeted as a weak link. That's an interesting one because I put that point to Matt Hayes on our preview show, and I asked him what the story was, and the feeling I got from Matt was that Eric Dyer is one of these players that he's one of these players that every other team thinks he's crap. But he's a solid, steady influence for the people that watch him week in, week out, and we can all empathize with that. We've all had players like that, I think, within our own team even. But I agree. I still think that Eric Dyer can be moved around the field. But he made a good point to me, did Matt Hayes. He said the amount of changeover and turnover of managers that's happened, and Eric Dyer still keeps his place, and he keeps out some good defenders. Specifically in the centre back position, that he just does certain things right, but his consistency is his thing. But a really interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of that. Josh is checking in from the US. Love the brown shirt. I noticed when I started the stream, I went forgot to throw on some Villa gear. Chubb's go for 100 after all he puts in the back of the net. There's my double. There's my double bet that I'm going to put on. Nick Chubb to run for over 100 yards today and Ollie to score. I'd say I get nice odds on that. And the Ballingarry Villa fans, see, that's the centre of the world. If you look at a map and you point right to the centre of a map, my hometown in Limerick in Ireland, Ballingarry is probably right in the centre somewhere there as well. And Anna's checking in from there as well. Oh yeah, he was Father Neil Horan. It had to be a Neil. You're dead right. Yeah, yeah. Bringing the name down for us. Bringing the name
There you
down for
go.
all the rest of us that are Neils. Kahoot Gaming, good to see you. Paddy's at it. Yeah, we're all part of Paddy's army. I hope so. I hope we'll all be singing that afterwards. So Paddy, I suppose we didn't get any score prediction from you because you weren't on the preview show. But what are you going to go with? What do you think based on what you know now?
Yeah, 2-0. Going 2-0.
2-0.
Definitely 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with 2-1. I don't want to go for a 3-1 because I'd love it. I'd love it, but everybody else is going for a 3-1. I'm going to go with a 2-1 because I just don't like Son. Don't like Son from the standpoint of I don't like him because I feel he's going to score against us today. And they do have firepower, and yeah, like it's going to have to click for them at some stage. But I think we're going to go 2-1. I think if we come out of September, and I know we're on the 3rd of October, but the September round of games, I still classify this as within that September round of games. That if we come out of that with 10 points.
Happy days.
9 points or whatever, like it'd be absolutely happy days, and we'd be delighted considering it could so very easily have been a 0 point month for us as well, considering we had Chelsea and the games that we had to go through as well.
I'm being surrounded by stewards here. I think they're going to ask me to put away the broadcast here. So I'm just going to show you something here. This stadium is set up for state standing. Can you see it?
It is, yeah. I can see the barrier.
The top. It's actually really, really weird to be sitting there looking at it because I've seen a few pictures of different stadia. So it's just a case of pulling out the seats and then you've got safe standing. So it's very interesting. It's amazing to look around a new stadium that you've never been in and see so much. It's got so much character to it for what usually is a soulless bowl, but that big end at the other end is going to make some noise. I'd say that's going to be their top or whole end or whatever.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about purpose-built NFL stadiums from being in a few over in the States, like for a game that has so many lulls in it that the NFL does, the atmosphere and the crowd and everything like that just go absolutely bonkers because there's so much interaction from all the like you see all the stuff around the stadium and stuff. It just keeps you interactive and stuff like that. Keeps noise in the stadium. So it'll be an interesting one as well. It'll be an interesting one, I think, from that point of view. Paddy, I'm going to let you get your seat. It'd be an awful shame if you got chucked out of the stadium for not obeying the rules.
Oh, yeah.
After making it all the way over there. I'm going to let you get back to your seat. Everybody else, thanks so much for checking in. For anybody else who's at it that's watching it, absolutely have a banging day. I hope you have we have the result that everybody wants. Going to let everybody get settled in front of the TV. Or in front of your watching device, whatever it is, wherever you're going to get your stream, because it's not on TV. So if anybody does find any decent way of watching it, don't plaster it all over the internet and on Twitter as well, because that's one sure way of getting the link taken down. So share it secretly if you do find the link. That's just a little bit of word to the wise. But thanks so much, everybody.
I don't need any link today.
You don't need any link today, yeah.
I'm going to get the 3 points, hopefully.
Text me on your IPTV details. Watch it. But right, guys, as I said, we're going to let you back to it there. Have a fantastic day. Here's to a win, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.
Up the Villa.